You are doing huge stuff right now. Let's talk about the fact that you're not only a singer, but you're also a songwriter and a producer. And you started out by being a demo vocalist. How cool was that job?
It was alright. Honestly, it was one of those things where I wasn't that confident as a singer, so it was a catalyst for the next thing. It was like if I never did that, I wouldn't be here.
Okay.
Somebody saw something in me that I didn't see, and it was like, it was just something that I could be around you. Because when you just love something, you just
Yeah.
want to be around it. You know what I mean? It's like I really wasn't like in my head ever a singer. Like I grew up in church, so it's like when you grow up in that kind of environment, you just like I'm not a singer. Like these people can sing. Like my mom's a
Yeah, I know.
singer. You know what I mean? Like she can blow. Like she's the best singer that I know. So it's like in my head, I'm like I can't sing, but sure, like if you want me to come to the studio and sing a song, like if I get to be in a studio, sure, I'll sing a song.
I think that's a dope way of getting your foot in the door in the industry, if you will. You know what I mean? I mean, that was kind of like a shoe in. I mean, because people that you work with knew that you had the talent. So that was a good look right there.
Yeah, that was
So
fun.
you hit us in the head in 2018 with volume 1, then you came back with volume 2. Now we got the Prelude. I
Yeah,
love 17. I love 17.
thank you. We'll
As a
be
jock,
dancing the same groove.
yes. I love that hook, man. I was singing it all night long, like on some real stuff. But talk about the EP. Like this one, they were all solid. Don't get it twisted. Your music is amazing. Talk about the Prelude.
So the prelude is like I wanted to polish my sound a little more and kind of like elevate it, just more production.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a lot more time, not even a little more time. I took a lot more time. The quality is different. I'm actually very, 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 very proud of it because
Should be.
all the other things I did, I kind of just I didn't really expect much of them to begin with because I'm not even joking. I literally made them in the bed, like I was like laying down right
Really?
there, and I just recorded them. And I never really truly like I felt like I knew it was something special,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like that's like an ego thing. It's like I wrote them, of course, in my head I thought it was something special, right? But did I think that like all these things that happened would happen? No, I didn't. I said them, but in my
Mm-hmm.
head was I like, yeah, I'm gonna do a deal, or people are gonna be like, yo, bro, thank you. Like other songwriters gonna hit me like, yo, man, you giving me the confidence to be an artist now, or other big artists will hit me up to be like, yo, can you write me a song? Did I think that
Yeah.
was gonna be, so me being in a position to make a more polished product, to actually be in a studio, to have access to the instruments and musicians and
Mm-hmm.
things that I wanted to use, that that's the prelude. You know what I'm saying? Like access. It's like we see what I could do with nothing, you know what I'm saying? With
Mm-hmm.
just an old laptop. I'm talking about it's every 30 seconds it's clicking off. And to going to a studio where I have access to guitars that are like really good guitars and
Mm-hmm.
preamps, stuff that'll make it sound really clean when you're playing it, and drum sets and just everything. It's like the sound quality is just totally different. Even the microphones like that was using.
Yeah, it sounds so good though. I mean, how do you characterize the genre of music? Because you're like a pop R&B dude. You know what I mean? You give me pop, but yet you give me that R&B too, man.
Yeah. I think for me, not even trying to toot like my own horn, but I feel
Go
like,
ahead and toot. It's cool.
but because of like my experiences in music and like how I
Hmm.
even grew up. Like, I wish my brother was here because we're like, I don't think people understand like how I grew up. I didn't grow up listening to a lot of music, so it's like
Oh.
when I finally got older and I was allowed to listen to music that I wanted to like just listen to, I listened to everything. So it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
I'm borrowing and taking from this and that, this and that. So for me, I just make music, you know what I mean? And I agree. I think it's like a pop R&B mix or R&B pop
Mm-hmm.
mix because because I'm from church too. I like to put the R&B first
Okay.
to say R&B pop because to me R&B part is just it's a feeling. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
like I'm giving you a feeling, and then the pop part is just like it's a certain type of almost like a little bit of a formula that's like makes it tangible to you. That's like
Mm-hmm.
here is a feeling and a formula in a syringe, so that boom, when I shoot you with it, you're gonna feel like, oh, he gave me this amazing feeling, and now after hearing it 2 times, I can recite it back
Yep.
because it's not too complex, and also he's not singing it too wild where I don't feel intimidated, you know.
Yeah. Agreed. That's what I got when I heard 17 for the first time. That is a beautiful song. Who are you influenced by? Who are some of the artists that you said you grew up not listening to a lot of music, but obviously you listen to music these days. Who are some of the influencers?
I love anybody who's great, and when I say that, like funny enough, I got this. I'm gonna turn my camera on so you can see I'm not capping. I got this record player right here, right?
Oh, wow.
And I got this things I just bought these records.
Oh, wow.
So I'll turn them on.
Old
Let's see what
school.
I got here. I went to this record store here in LA on Melrose. I bought these records. I bought this Stevie
Wow.
Wonder.
Oh, man, you're winning, dude.
Stevie
You got
Wonder.
an old soul too, Pink. You got an old soul too, man. Like for
Stevie
real.
Wonder. Dionne Warwick.
Oh my goodness. What you know about that?
You know the funny thing is how I find music just because as a kid, me and my brother, we always loved movies. So
Mm-hmm.
we always watch like Disney movies, just any kind of movie. And then we'll latch onto a song. And then like kind of when we get older, like, yo, man, remember this song? And there was a song that I remember hearing in the movie. It was, I'll never fall in love again. What
Yeah.
do you get
Get
to
fall
say?
in love.
Yeah, so I thought because I heard in the movie it was a guy singing it, and I
Oh
thought
wow.
that was him. So
Uh-huh.
I go on YouTube, I search the song, and then I see it's that guy's name. Then some older person, I mentioned the song to them, and they go, "Oh no, that's Dionne Warwick."
Yes.
So I go, "No, that's such and such," and they're like, "No, that's Dionne Warwick," and I'm like, "Let me double check this information." Type it in, it's Dionne Warwick. So
Of
then I go
course.
back and I listen, and I'm like, oh, this is her song. So it kind
Yep.
of like sparked the interest to like dive into it. So I bought the record.
Okay.
And you
Man.
know, I got some Anita Baker. Shout out to my aunt Cerulda if she ever sees this.
Wow.
She gonna freak out. Because when I was
Classic.
young, I grew up in like super Christian house, right? So, but my
Mm-hmm.
aunt Cerulda in our family, she's like the heathen. That's what they call. She's the
Not a heathen.
heathen. I'm just being
Poor
funny. I'm not
auntie.
like, yeah, but like she would listen to like all the secular music. That's why when
Got
we
you.
call them out. And she loved Anita Baker. And I remember like whenever I would drive in her car, she would listen to Anita Baker. So like
Wow.
when I got older, like caught up in the rapture of love.
Yes, sir. Classic. I knew you were an old soul. I knew you were an old soul, Pink
And then
Sweats.
Smokey, I actually met Smokey Robinson, and he's just so nice of a person, super like down to earth.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'll ask him for advice, and like I'll call him sometimes. He's just so upbeat, like his energy is dope. So I wanted to go get one of his records, but I didn't want to get one of like the biggest ones. So I looked through the records, And I was like, let me try to get one that I don't
Wow.
think everyone has.
Yeah, man.
So I got
That's
this one.
rare. That's
So
rare.
yeah, I just like, I love music and I love people who I try to retrace the steps of greatness. So it's kind of like anybody that's like great, whether even like some people like Sting, like people like that, or Michael Jackson. Like I just try
Mm.
to retrace the steps to like understand like what is it that makes these people great, because anytime that you want to be a part of a club, you want to know what the attire is. You know, it's like, yo,
Yeah.
if I'm coming in here, what's the attire? Like, in LA, it's like
Gotcha.
weird culture, like with dressing. Like certain places I can't go in dressed like this, right? So I need
Right.
to call in advance. Hey, what is the attire?
Hmm.
So if I want to be great, I need to know what's the attire.
That's a
What
great
does
analogy.
and that's how I look at it with music. It's like I don't need to know everything, because a lot of times people want to make you feel like you need to know every song. It's like
Hmm.
no, but I just need to know a foundation of what's the attire. I'll build and dress myself accordingly. But do I need to wear a blazer? Do I need to wear the pants? If I want to put a butterfly on my jacket, or if I want to put a dagger or whatever, that's my choice. But just let me know what I need to wear. You know what I
I
mean?
got you. Yeah, I got you. Who have you written for outside of yourself? Have you written for anyone else?
Yeah, I've written for a lot of people, but it's me. I try not to talk about it just because when I'm as a writer, I feel, because that's my dream job, right? This is like being an artist is the bonus, and as a
Mm.
writer, the thing that I learned is that you don't know the rollout plans that people have as artists. Like you don't know their stories that they're telling, and if I say something, that could contradict the rollout. Like people telling their stories about how they wrote a song or
Okay.
something, then I say like I wrote the song, and it's like, bro, why would you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I
Got you.
kind of let fans figure it out for themselves, and then also I'll say who I'm working with now because it's not a secret. I'm
Okay.
working
Who?
with I'm working with Justin right now, Justin Bieber.
Whoa.
We've been doing some good stuff right now,
Hmm.
and I'm kind of like being reserved now more so, just to
Okay.
like people who really want to work with me, we make it happen. But I'm not casually working, especially because of COVID. It's like I'm not just meeting up
Right.
with anybody.
I
It's
feel
like
you. I
if you
feel you.
really want to work, we'll make it happen. But otherwise, P&B Rock, he just
Okay.
we both from Philly, so it's kind of just like on some Philly energy.
Right.
And
Right.
yeah, it's a lot of people out there with a lot of talent that we're just collaborating. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah. So, who is your dream collabo? Who would you love to just collaborate with?
Um, right now, awkwardly enough, I think my dream collab right now would be Ed Sheeran.
Good call.
I feel like in this era, I want to be like the black Ed Sheeran. Cause
Good
like,
call. That's talent.
yeah, cause like he's just so dope, and I know like a lot of times he probably gets some flack, but the reality is, I think what he does is awesome. I just think it
Hmm.
should be like a black version of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Mm.
we don't have that. We don't have like a black person that's that successful that can make love songs. Like we just don't.
Hmm.
Like that's the '90s for us.
Hmm.
Like literally, like we don't have no huge love songs in our era from black males specifically. It's
Yeah.
like if you get married right now, unless you use pink sweats right now, it's really you can listen to Brian McKnight or or Boys to
Yeah.
Men, because it's not, this era doesn't cater to black love per se at the high level. I'm
Hmm.
100% certain there are black men and black women making love to
Oh,
anything
absolutely.
at the high level
Yeah.
of people like Ed Sheeran. I would love to make a dope song with him on
Yeah. How did 17 come about?
that level. 17. It was an idea of something that I just kind of wanted. Like me, I come from like Christian home,
Hmm.
but also like my parents divorced, um, things like that. So it's like I always kind of wanted like a family of my own, and kind of
Okay.
wanted to like have somebody that you fully trust and adore, and you just do anything for. And I have somebody in my life now, but it's kind of like almost like it was like a manifestation song, where it's
Oh,
like you want to manifest that person in your life.
yes.
And yeah,
Speak
for
it as
me,
though it were.
yeah. And for me, being
Mm-hmm.
a young black male, it felt like at the time, it felt like the energy was just being wild and free. And even though I was, it was kind of like, dang, you can't be wild and free forever. Like when you 60, 70 years old, then you want to get like I always make the joke
Nah.
like I always make the joke like we always want to be wild and free. Then you get old and then you talk about I want to give my all to somebody. Like you
Right.
70, like what's your all now? Like you want to give your all to somebody. Now you dusty. Talking about something. I'm ready to settle down now. Like, no, get your dusty.
Right. Right. Oh,
Like,
that's so refreshing to hear because you're what, in your late 20s?
I'm 28, but
Yeah. That's
for me,
so
it's just about
refreshing to
love.
hear.
Love
Mm-hmm.
is important. You know what I'm saying? And like, for me to be able to like spread that energy to other black men too,
Yes.
knowing that the stuff that we gotta face day to day is like really sometimes all we be needing is to hear another black man say like, "Yo, it's cool to fall in love, bro." Like I know
Yes,
everybody
sir.
telling you like F these hoes and this, that, and it's like,
Yes,
trust me,
sir.
bro, you in love right now. You shook,
Mm-hmm.
like you scared to be in love because a lot of us you know what I'm saying, like a lot of us we afraid to dive deep. Would you come in after me? Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We we are. That's like the black man's low key biggest fear. Like the thing that's
Mm-hmm.
not high on social media, like everybody not talking about. That's like it's so many of us that will self sabotage great situations. And I'm sure like you've even probably been in relationships in your past that
Mm-hmm.
you be like, dang, like this is like what you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but that's just black men, we are afraid of love. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times because we be thinking like you gonna do something to us or like it's too good to be true right now. You know what I'm saying? Or like
Yeah.
I don't know, like I'm willing to do this for you. You gonna do this for me? Like you know what I'm saying? So, but for me, it's just like put my heart out there to let
Mm-hmm.
and a beacon like on some Batman stuff. Like you see that light, like oh man, you know, like Flex doing it. Like it must be cool. Like I think I could do it too. Maybe you know what I mean? Like and it's important to see. You know what I mean? Like for us as black people in general and people in the world to see black love because the
Yes, sir.
mainstream we not seeing it every day. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was growing up, all the love scenes that I ever saw was white, and
Yeah.
then the black ones I saw, no diss to nobody because I still love these movies, but it was always like some huge dysfunction and then
Mm-hmm.
love. It was just
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
huge. So it's like I just want to show people something different, man. Like for real, I just want to
Yeah.
show people love is real. It's possible.
You
Like
nailed it.
you can really go for it.
You nailed it. Before I let you go, man, what is next for Pink Sweats? Like I said, we got volume 1, volume 2, the Prelude now. What's next?
Prelude now. What's next is more music. You know, I wanna continue to push the boundary for the for people who want to make music. You know what I'm saying? When I
Mm-hmm.
say people want to make music, singers. You know what I mean? Male singers. Because right now, shout out to the women because they killing it. But right
Yes,
now,
we are.
for black men right now, we ain't really killing it right now. Like
Oh, it comes in cycles. It comes in cycles.
yeah, but I think at this time, this is the best era for like us to start leveling the playing fields as like, yo, black women, black men, and then unity. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like for us
Yes.
to not try to like push our black women down, like, nah, it's our
Right.
turn, but saying like, yo, let's uplift them, and then black women say, you know what, let's uplift them, and let's keep uplifting
Man,
each other, because this is the perfect
man,
time for it. You know what I'm saying?
preach
Everybody
that,
just
Pink
keep
Sweats.
uplifting each other because music
Yes.
music is gonna save us. I'm telling you, like music and community will save the black like
Yep.
people period because our image, our self-image, and our resources is gonna save us. And music helps.
Yeah.
Like music helps. I'm telling you, like people don't understand the power of music. Like
Yeah, it's
imagine
universal.
if you listen, if you listen to some, it's like I remember when I was a kid, they used to say like, oh, if you play this kind of lyrics, it was like rock and roll or something. And I don't know if it was like real or not, but the idea made sense. Like he plays rock and roll music to these plants all day versus like something that's encouraging and like it's just gotta be some truth. Like if you're telling yourself every day, you look yourself in the mirror, tell yourself, I'm greatness, I'm beautiful, I'm special, I'm unique. Like yeah, eventually you're gonna believe it.
Yeah.
So you would think that if you looked yourself in the mirror every day and say, I ain't this, or I'm not this, or I'm whack,
Right.
you would think eventually you're gonna believe that. So my thing is as a Black community, feeding your soul with the things that you need at that time. And it's not about like, oh, well, what about we like this? It's like, yeah, take everything in doses. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I like chicken, but I can't eat fried chicken all the time.
Right. Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to like be a little health conscious. I can't eat bread all the time. You know what I mean? But I like it. I like pizza. But
Yep.
gotta put some veggies in there. So it's just about like feeding your soul different things and then putting your money in places that's gonna uplift your family and your individual family and then your community. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Man, I was already a fan, but now I'm an even bigger fan of you, dude. You nailed a whole bunch of things right on the head today, and I really appreciate that about you. Um, so continue to keep doing your best. I mean, you are well on your way. I
Thank
am
you
so
so much.
looking forward to that album. When's it coming out?
Guys, it's a label. It's done. I tell you that. It's finished. And this,
Okay.
listen, when I tell you this, oh my God, this part of the album, this is the part that everybody gonna stand up because it's like it's special. Like it's the part that's like it touches your soul. It's like soulful, leaning, and it's man.
It's
I'm
good.
actually mad it's not out right now because like the whole album was supposed to come out at once because like
Okay.
this the part that's out now that's the prelude
Right.
and this next part that they were supposed to come out together as a
Got
full body of
you.
work, but we had to
Okay.
split it up because of COVID. You know, COVID
Right,
and
right, right.
marketing. But it's like this second half is special. I'm telling you, I'm like, you gonna call me, you gonna get my number, and you gonna be like, yo, this is special. Like, I love
Yes.
it. It's special.
I'm already knowing because of your thought process. So I cannot wait to hear it, bro, whenever it comes out. Don't worry, we'll be waiting. Sometimes good things come to those who wait. Let that thing
Amen.
simmer. Yeah, let that thing simmer. It's going to be real, real good. But I really appreciate talking to you. I had a great conversation with you. You are
Thank you.
one special young man. You said
Thank
a
you so
lot
much.
of things today that make a lot of sense. And the fact that you got an old soul, old school, let me find out that your bed, though, in the background is really pink. Is your bed pink?
It actually is.
Wow. Wow. Okay, pink sweats.
Laying in
Much
love,
love
you
to
know what
you,
I mean?
man.
Sleeping in
Yeah.
love.
Much love to you. Keep uplifting our community because I'm telling you, what you said to me today was so on point, and we need more of that. And you have a platform. So keep encouraging the bros and the sisters and keep just giving us, blessing us with good music. You're very special, and I really, really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.